Number 13, Isaiah Carter. The man in the middle, at 7, number 24, Walker Kessler.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Tonight, it'll be the Utah Jazz going up against the Indiana Pacers. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Walker Kessler.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Mathurin in at the small forward. And for the Jazz, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. And it's Collier in at the 1 spot. And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Turner with a screen on Kessler. And finished off by Siakam.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Outside, Sexton. Markkanen against Mathurin. Collins passes to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. Shoots over Nembhard. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
A dangerous scorer from mid-range. Sexton loves to take that shot when he gets it in rhythm.
Pass to Nembhard. Outside Turner. Outside Mathurin. Kessler against Siakam. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Now, Will Hardy talked to me a little while ago. Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler, I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get 1 step ahead. So, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, Lauri Markkanen had said all along he was content to stay in Utah. And after signing a contract extension, he remains with the Jazz. He turns 28 in May, so he's just entering his prime. There's plenty of runway left if the Jazz think he can guide them back to the playoff mix. And with the timing of when Markkanen signed his extension, he is not trade eligible during this season.
Shams, we really appreciate the update. We know how detailed you are. Thanks so much. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Jazz. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Kessler. Now Markkanen puts up a three. The Jazz again can't hit it. Halliburton against Markkanen. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Collier. He's covered by Halliburton. Another miss by Utah. Pacers leading by 4. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Colin Sexton. And the Pacers with possession here. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Clarkson up top. Nemhard covering. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. Misses the layup. Inside, Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Here's Collier, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Teams are evaluating Clark's statistics and reviewing performances in more detail, I think, than ever before.
I agree with you. I mean, the complexity of the reports is much more in depth than it ever has been, and with that comes an increased level of scrutiny and expectation.
First one falls for him. Clark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers, and they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Turner doing a nice job setting himself up for a shot off that pick and roll.
1:43 left to play here in the first. Here's Kessler, and Kessler throws it down.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Now, here's Siakam. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's McConnell, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And some changes here for the Pacers. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Benedict Mathurin. And Shepard subbed in for Andrew Nemhard. Jazz trail by 5. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. The Jazz making a switch here. Sexton's checked in. And let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. Fourth, Keontae George.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Pass to Clarkson. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson, getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
And a wide open look for Siakam. Great look there, but off target.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Clarkson against McConnell. Clarkson right side. Outside, Markkanen. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Atlanta Hawks. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Bounce pass from McConnell. They double team Siakam. Good work there as it goes. Siakam's got 6 points.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor. Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pacers.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor. And so far, the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Tyrese Halliburton. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Walker. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's McConnell in at the 1.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
That's good from Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
Halliburton hits them both. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches, and we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway, but we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing. When he's this close to the rack, that's exactly what he's looking to do. Slam it down. Well done, Toppin.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. And we thank you for your report. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go.
The Jazz making a switch here. Potter's checked in. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You take a look at the Pacers. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference.
Right now for the Pacers, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Now McConnell. After Jordan Clarkson missing on that last three-pointer. Pass to Toppin. Latrey. Rebounded by the Jazz. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. Walker against Clarkson. To the inside. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Excellent recognition on the pick and roll. Clarkson lays it off to his teammate for the score.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Pacers. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Here's Halliburton following the basket by Colin Sexton. And McConnell gets it to go.
Sweet dime that time from Halliburton. This combo guard has really impressive floor awareness, folks.
Here's Sexton over Halliburton. The shot by Sexton, no good. Pacers leading by 3. Halliburton outside. It's blocked. They get it back. Tapping a screen on Clarkson. Lock at 6. And it's Halliburton missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Halliburton. Here's Nembhard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Nembhard's got his second bucket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And they're second in the league in fewest turnovers a game. They have a great group of ball handlers and also an extremely disciplined group.
And you pointed this out. No team in the NBA moves the ball better than they do. So many of their baskets are the product of just excellent assists.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And with their offensive firepower, have the Pacers Clark maxed out at that end of the floor?
There's still a lot of room for this team to grow offensively, Kevin. A low rate of free throws is something they can improve on, and a relatively low rate of threes and offensive boards. Those are areas that can get better. I think there's another level they have to reach yet.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Back to Siakam. Sinks the triple. Siakam's got 9.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Here's Collier. He's covered by McConnell. And Kessler throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. The Pacers making a switch here. Nesmith is checked in. Outside Mathurin. Shot clock at 6. No good from outside. Jazz trail by 3. Outside Markkanen. Outside Collins. Markkanen looking it over. That's good from Collins on the assist by Markkanen. Collins has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Siakam. Turner with the screen for Siakam. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Turner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Here's Collier. Nembhard covering. Left side Markkanen. Pass to Collier. And here's Collins from outside. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Pacers. They lead by a bucket. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Rick. What do you like about how your team is playing tonight?
Shot making was there. We're not turning it over. We're doing a pretty good job defensively, but a long way to go.
Rick, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
Taking a look here at Indiana. They've been hanging around the upper echelon, playing with good energy. Feels like the chemistry is right with this team. They put themselves in the championship discussion.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Utah trailing here. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collier in at the point guard. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Now, here's Sexton. For the lead. And it's Halliburton with the rebound. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Greg Collins Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Tyrese Halliburton. The past month has been surreal, averaging about 19 points, 8 assists, and 3 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Collier. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Outside Turner. Pass to Nembhard. 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Indiana, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Take a break. 2 shots.
free throw, no good. That one is no good. Jazz trail by 4. Outside, Markkanen. To the paint, here's Collier. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Outside, Mathurin. Siakam outside. Turner with a screen on Collins. For 3, Siakam. The rebound by Collier.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Siakam, that's good.
With a harmonious blend of length and strength, Siakam has become a dependable interior scoring option.
Now, here's Collins. 5 points in the game. Outside, Markkanen. Wants to get it to Kessler and does. Back to Markkanen. Nice ball movement by Utah. They get it back. Pass to Collins. Here's Sexton. For the lead. They shoot again. And Kessler with a nice bucket inside. Kessler's got the game tied up here for Utah. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Nembhard with it. On the wing, Mathurin. He's guarded by Markkanen. Siakam for 3. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
And a wide-open look for Mathurin. And Indiana, another 3. And, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Indiana.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Walker comes in for Benedict Mathurin. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. .107 left in the third. McConnell against George. They double-team Siakam. Here's Walker, and he banks in the layup. And the Pacers lead by 6.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
McConnell passes to Walker. Now Siakam. Markkanen pulls it in. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And Utah making a change here. Potter's checked in. And George drops them both. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. The lead is 2. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Filipowski.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the net.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Throw good, Siakam. Siakam hits them both. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Clarkson for 3. Oh, Clark, it went in! Count it!
Yeah!
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Pacers lead by 1. From Delta Center, back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Pacers, we've got Walker. Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Aaron Nesmith. And it's Toppin in at center. 6 on the shot clock. Walker a screen on George. Basket good. McConnell's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pacers. Halliburton against Clarkson. Down low. Stolen by McConnell. Halliburton in the corner. Shoots over Clarkson. Filipowski grabs the board.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Potter. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Now, here's Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got 5 assists tonight.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Shots good by Clarkson.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
I did not think they had enough clock to get all the way back, but here they are. And now they've got to feel like they're in control of this thing.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Neesmith. Halliburton looking around. Toppin, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin, developing his stretch big skill.
Shots good by Filipowski.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Toppin. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
You can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that. You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Indiana also making some changes. Turner's checked in for Neesmith. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Walker. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. Markkanen's got it all tied up now for Utah. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Halliburton. Mathurin for 3. Sexton grabs the board. Markkanen passes to Sexton. To the middle. Kicks it out to Markkanen. 2 on the clock. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Mathurin passes to Turner.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that length extremely well to draw fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Turner.
And, you know, because Turner is such a good free throw shooter for his position, defenses really can't send him to the line too often. He'll make them pay.
Siakam is checked in for the Pacers. All free throws good from Turner.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, listen in with Will Hardy and his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by.
Big shot player Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
Indiana's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Siakam, no good off the front iron. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jam. Lobbed up there for Collins. That puts them in the lead.
And pressure doesn't get to Collins. Baskets like that prove how locked in he is.
Indiana trailing here. They double-team Siakam. Mathurin for three. Indiana again missing. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Bounce pass Collins. Markkanen down low. Defended by Mathurin. Another shot. Markkanen can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made for big moments.
Here's Markkanen following the basket by Pascal Siakam.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Now Markkanen following the three-point attempt by Miles Turner. Kessler finds Collins. Here's Collier.
Got to be impressed with Halliburton's defensive instincts there. I mean, able to come away with the rejection. You don't see guards do that a lot.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Markkanen. And they double up Markkanen. Here's Collins. Buries the triple.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
.11 seconds left in the game. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Over Collins. Oh, missed it.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot. Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Well, you need the 3 here, a quick one. I mean, very quick. Has to be catch and shoot, one fluid motion, a very difficult shot, but it is definitely not impossible.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Colin Sexton.